Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is MetaGrossman, and I am your coach for the Texan Clearbodies in season number 1 of the STL. This, my friends, is a week 5 transactions video for the Texan Clearbodies because we finally done made a free agency transaction in any league that this is the first free agency transaction we've ever made in any league that we've taken part in so far in my competitive league career. That's not very long, but whatever. But yeah, so this is a week 5 transaction because it was officialized in week number 5. Because I made the trade on Saturday, I think. Yeah, I made the trade on Saturday, but it's official for week 6, which is what we are currently in for the STL. But this is a week 5 free agency transaction, so we are here with why I decided to drop what I dropped and pick up what I picked up. By the way, shout out to my quote-unquote front office, Luke and Derek, because they kind of helped me make this decision. Although I probably could have made the decision on my own, but whatever. Shout out to them anyway. Luke is the Master Aura, and Derek is Elite for Walkthroughs. I'll have their Twitters down below. Check them out as well. Shout out to them. Thank you guys for the help with that. The help obviously came like 2.5 weeks ago or something like that, but I had 2.5 weeks to decide, am I gonna actually make the transaction or not? And I decided, fuck it, let's make this transaction. So we made this transaction, so we're here. But without further ado, let me stop rambling so this doesn't end up being super long, and let's go ahead and hop into the team builder over here and discuss what I've dropped, why I dropped it, and then what I picked up and why I picked it up. So without further ado, here is if I can find my mouse, yes, thank you. Here is the team builder, and this week in the free agency transactions, the Texan Clearbodies decided to drop our Mesprit, who was my, I think, round 10 draft, I think. Yeah, round 10, either round 10 or round 9 draft. And one simple reason is why I dropped Mesprit is because I have a psychic weakness as it is. I have a psychic weakness as it is, or not psychic weakness, the hell? Dark type weakness as it is, and the day I bought Mesprit is the day I didn't bring Espeon, and Espeon is 10 times better in comparison to Mesprit. And now that I think about it in hindsight, why did I even draft this thing? When I looked at it, I guess it was appealing when I looked at it, but it's not really appealing now. So here's a couple reasons why I picked it up. Because if you look at its base stats, it's 105 defense, 105 special defense, and 105 in its built attack stats, so it's both versatile offensively and defensively, which I think is why I picked it up originally. The 80 HP and 80 speed are respectable, of course. I could definitely work with them, but I never see myself bringing Mesprit. Why is happiness 0? The hell? But I never see myself bringing Mesprit in lieu of Espeon, because Espeon is base 110 speed, which is 30 points faster than Mesprit. Espeon probably gets Thunder Wave as well. Espeon gets Choice Scarf Trick if it needs to. Espeon gets Life Orb, things like that. So I think Espeon with versatility could do the same thing Espeon does. What the hell? Espeon could do the same thing that Mesprit is intended to do, but better because of the better base stats. In general. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I dropped it. But what could I have used Mesprit for? Really and truly, I could have been Calm Mind 3 attacks bulky offensive. I could have been support offensive with Healing Wish. That'll come up later. Healing Wish up here. I could have had Healing Wish. I could have been bulky coverage. I could have been Cobra Berry offensive. I could have been Choice Scarfed. I could have been my Rock Setter. But when you look at Stealth Rocks, I've already got 4, maybe 5 Pokemon on my draft that can put rocks up. Minior, Landorus, Nihilego, one other Pokemon I can't think of, and then Espeon can bounce him back if somebody tries to put him up. I do have Thunder Wave on here, but I'm not going to really cover much. I have Thunder Wave on here. I could have also had Thunder Wave, but again, I have Choice Scarf Manectric for that. I have Espeon that can do that. So Espeon basically does what Mesprit could have done for me. And then when we look at the ability, Levitate, and then we look at the rest of my team composition, there's not really anything that's hit by super effective. There's not anything that ground type attacks hit super effectively other than Manectric, in which case my play is not to stay in against them unless the calc says Hidden Power Ice will kill from that range, because I'll probably have HP Ice for them. So unless HP Ice kills from that range and I'm Choice Scarf into HP Ice, I'm not staying in anyway, and I also have the Choice Scarf to mitigate my ground type weakness, because I can Choice Scarf myself into Hidden Power Ice and then Desiccate and then basically kill it before it can kill me, and before it's a Choice Scarf itself. So I don't know. But Levitate really wasn't going to do me any good, given that Mesprit had to come for Levitate block. I have two flying types on my team. So nobody's going to bring Earthquake. They're probably going to bring Stone Edge in lieu of it, so they can in fact whack my Minior and whack my whack my Landorus. So that's the thing. So they would probably bring Stone Edge instead of Earthquake on their Mons to be able to hit more, so that at that point Manectric would have been safer, but not super safe, but safer regardless. And I also have Tapu Bulu that has Grassy Surge, which if we did not already see in last week's STL battle against Ryan, which went up yesterday, no, it went up earlier today, Monday, but if we didn't already see, Grassy Surge negates half of Earthquake's damage as it is, so I have that to switch in to an Earthquake as well. So that mitigates my necessity to have Levitate. So that's one of those also reasons that I would never use Levitate. Yeah, that's another reason why I would not bring this Mesprit, because the ability is nice, but it's not really going to benefit the rest of my team very much. So I think I picked it up when it was like, because of the fact that it has a decent all-around base stat, but it's not really going to do me any good. I don't see myself bringing it. So instead, we dropped Mesprit and we picked up Lantern. This was a suggestion that Luke and Derek both made, and here's the reason why they suggested this Pokemon. If we look at his base stats, he's got 76 special defense, 58 defense, which is not all that appealing, but what makes it appealing is the fact that its HP stat is base 125. That thing is fat. Good lord, that thing is fat. And then if we look at its speed, it's not the slowest thing in the world. I mean, I'll outspeed an Incineroar that's not max speed. But it's base 67, which allows me to outspeed some of the slower things on the opposing draft. But that's the thing. So, really, what's the job of this thing? Take a hit, get recovery with Volt Absorb or Water Absorb, which is its other ability, which I'm going to cover here in a second, and then to click Scald or something like that. So let's cover its abilities, and then let's cover some potential moves I could run on it if I ever bring it, and more justification for why I bought it. But yeah, so Water Absorb is the same thing as Volt Absorb. Volt Absorb allows me to, if you guys hear my parents, by the way, excuse that. I can't really help that. Excuse them. But Volt Absorb is an ability which allows me to take a hit from electric type attacks and get my HP back. And then Water Absorb does the exact same thing for water type attacks. So that's the thing. So I get recovery, I get switch initiative in a way because I do have access to Volt Switch. I get Scald to potentially burn things. And this thing is a decent switch into a number of different Pokemon. so that it prevents them from freely clicking Scald on me, on my Mini or my Nihilego or whatever have you. And it also gives them a Volt Switch block that Manectric already has, but this is another one if I need it. If I decide not to bring Manectric 1 week, for example. So now let's cover some of its moves. This could be Agility Sweeper if I need it to be because it's bulky. I have Discharge, I have Dazzling Gleam, which is coverage, which is nice. I have Heal Bell on here, so this could be a Cleric on my team. We had Espeon 2 weeks ago, had Heal Bell on it. In week number 4 of the STL? Yeah. Week 4 of the STL, we had a Heal Bell Espeon. I could have bought this for Heal Bell Espeon if I wanted to. So the Espeon had a 4th move on there if it needed to have it. I have Ice Beam coverage, I have Hydro Pump, I have Resto Chesto options, I have Scald like I said, I have Volt Switch, Thunder Wave, Toxic. So this thing doesn't provide as much as Mesprit because Mesprit gave me Healing Wish, but it does provide a lot. It does provide a lot, and so that's why I picked it up. And the other thing that I noticed over here, I get access to Sucker Punch. I don't know why I get access to Sucker Punch, but I get access to Sucker Punch apparently. But it is what it is. But more so than everything else, I expect this to be a wall kind of thing. A good switch into electric type attacks, good switch into water type attacks. Just suck them up and just sit in front of somebody, toxic stall it, things of that nature. So I think that this Lantern's going to put in a lot of work for us. Let me know down below what you guys think. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree with my free agency, my transaction? Do you not agree with my transaction? Why? Why not? What would you guys have done if you had that choice to drop Mesprit for something else? What would you pick up? And then why? And also, this Mesprit needs a nickname, so leave me a nickname down below, please. Because I need a nickname, and excuse this, by the way. But yeah, leave me a nickname down below. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys think, of course. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. I apologize for my parents interrupting, by the way. Shout out to my brother coming into the house after 10. Because it is, in fact, Monday night past 10 p.m. right now. But with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and call it a video. If you did enjoy, then please leave a like. Because y'all don't know how much that helps. But until the next video, which will be probably STL week 6. This is your boy, Metagross. My name is Metagrossman, and I am your coach for the Texan Clearbodies. And until the next video, I'm out of here, y'all. Bye.